It is your favorite Santan Valley Realtor. And again, we are out in the heat, so you don't have to be. We're checking out 3 homes today, 3 different homes, but all 2-level. The first one we're going to start at is at Quail Run here in Santan. If you know where this is, it's kind of off the beaten path, but still just close enough to all the shopping, all the gas stations, all the stuff you need, so you don't have to feel like you're out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. It's one of the only completed Meritage communities here. Every home in this community is built by the same builder, which is always an awesome thing. Amenities wise, you don't have a whole lot to choose from. I do know there's some parks here, but there's no pool. So don't let that scare you, because they tend to give you really good sized backyards in this neighborhood. Let's hop into it. Today's listing is brought to you by Open Door. We're going to take a look inside and see why they decided to buy this house. So first things first, this has double gates. What does that mean for you as a buyer? That means a bigger yard and you can park back there. So if I'm not mistaken, this is also a neighborhood where they allow you to park your toys. So if you have an RV, if you have a boat, if you have anything you need to park behind that gate, that should not be a problem here in this house. So you also have the iron door, as I like to call them, for safety measures and to be able to enjoy when it does get nice out, and you can open up your doors and get some fresh air. So we're going to start at the front door. I have not been in this house, so I don't know the lay of the land. Let me lock this door first, because safety first. So first things first, we have bedroom number 1, which is downstairs at the front of the house. Why is it a bedroom? It has a closet. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. But what can you fit in this room, bedroom or bed-wise? You could probably get a full-size bed in here. Anything bigger than that is not really going to work. So this more likely will be an office or a guest room for you. If you need this space for an actual bedroom, just remember, probably not going to put any adult humans in there. I'm just saying. So here is the downstairs bathroom. Because there is a bedroom down here, you do get a full bath. Laminate countertops in here. Not very much a fan of the cabinets, but those can be painted. So not a big deal there, because they just don't match. Like, why? But anyway, there's your tub. How does the tub look? Just a normal tub. Nothing too fancy. Just something you can use and get clean. Now, what do we have in here? You can put a little key table here in this little corner, so that works. This goes out into the garage. Garage is clean. Oh, look, it's got shelves. So the garage has shelving, but it doesn't impede your being able to park in here. So you should be able, if you know how to drive, you can get 2 cars in here. That's not my life. Has a water softener, so you've got that. Water heaters out here. There's a little bit more storage available there, but you do have some storage cabinets installed in the garage. So that is always a bonus. So you come back into the house with your groceries and you go straight into the kitchen. Here's your kitchen here. Again, you're going to have those laminate countertops. Let me turn the light on so we can see. There we go. With the brighter cabinets, I just don't like the combination. What do y'all think? Maybe it's just me. And I am not a design person by any stretch of the imagination. I just don't like this combination, but it's still cute. This is an easy fix. They're so light that if you wanted to paint the white or like a gray, it should be an easy thing. And it already has the hardware on them too, so that's cool. Fridge is going to come with the house, all of your other appliances, and this is a gas community, so there's a gas stove, there's your microwave there, your pantry right here, because remember, Meritage likes giving you pantries. So there's your pantry here. There's going to be your downstairs closet to store some things down here. And that's your understair closet there. And then here's where your dining room table probably is going to go, in this section here. If not, here is your living room, but it's big enough that if you needed, I guess, to split it a little more for the purposes of putting a dining room table, it could work. So nice size. I just realized the stairs at the back of the house. Well, I'll be. Okay, we'll get into that in a second. Now, remember what I showed you, that this yard had a RV gate, and it is also on the corner, so you only have one neighbor to one side. And then from the backyard, you have views of Superstition Mountains because you actually back up to, it's not a main street yet, but it is a thoroughway that two neighborhoods would definitely use. But check out the size of the backyard. This one already has a storage shed here, so you've got that working in your favor. And then over on this side, it's where that RV gate was. So again, you can pad that out with some concrete, and you've got extra storage, extra storage. You got extra parking behind your gate. The mirrors, the windows look like they're tinted, which is a nice bonus feature. And then again, there's nothing there but a street. The street that comes into the neighborhood is right there. So yeah, I like the backyard. All right, back into the house we go. Let's get this door. And it's a big, tall door too. Check that out. Big, tall door, and it's wide. So you got enough room to get things in and out of there, which I like. And that's a very nice fan, if I should say so myself. Let's take a look upstairs. Turn on some lights. You got stair lights. They do not have carpet on the stairs, which I'm thinking there's not going to be a whole lot of carpet upstairs either, but let's see. Don't want to assume anything. You come up the stairs, to your left there is a room. Now, why is that like that? There's a hump in the floor, and I don't know why that's there. This is your primary bedroom. Primary bedroom is going to be big enough for, should be any size bed you want to put in here. Queen would probably be your best, but if you needed to put a king, you should be able to do it. Because this room faces the back of the house, you get the mountain view from your bedroom window. There's your yard down there. So you can even see the children playing. Now, take a look at the neighbor's house. Not because we're being nosy, but because I want to show you there's room to put a pool. Because they have a very similar size backyard to this one. Catch my drift? All right, let's go into the bathroom. Bathroom has your shower here. So stand-up shower in the primary. You got two sinks there with your laminate countertops. There's a little area here where you can put a shelf if you need to put some things on the shelf. Since there's not a lot of cabinet space, not counter space. Here is your toilet room here. And it's you can get in there and be comfortable. Here's some storage for you here too. So here's some shelving in your linen closet, or your stuff closet as we all like to call it. And here's the bedroom closet, which we're talking a good sized closet here. And did they give, nope. So we don't have the shelf in the closet. Dang it, that's okay though. I still like the size of the closet. And you can come in here, like if you put a little bench right here in the middle, you can literally come in here and sit and get dressed and like feel fancy in your closet. I like that. That's bedroom number one. That's the primary bedroom. Very rarely do we go into the primary bedroom first. Does have a fan, but it's right there. So, but yeah, there's something going on with these floors, and I'm not quite sure what it is. But it does have a loft. I didn't expect to come up here and see a loft, but there is one here. And then right here, so stairs, primary bedroom, laundry room right here. And it's a long enough laundry room. If you wanted to put a sink in here, you could. If you wanted to do some real lazy stuff and put a refrigerator up here, that's enough space to put a refrigerator. And I like that it has a window. So you can even open that window and let this area air out if you ever needed to do that, which is not a bad idea actually. Here's your hall closet here. Here's bedroom number two. This is a nice size bedroom for a secondary bedroom. You can do what you want in here. King bed, I think it could work depending on where you put it. Here's your closet here. Tall ceilings in there, so you can use that space at the top if you need to. How you get it out of there, it's for you to figure out, I guess. That's bedroom number two. Bedroom number three is here. And this, again, is another good sized bedroom. Hmm. Closet is pretty good. Okay. But yeah, there's not a stitch of carpet in this house. So if you're looking for a house without carpet, this might be the one you've been looking for. So I thought I was gonna see a door right there, but I don't. I appreciate that. So tub, toilet, double sinks, in the secondary bathroom that's upstairs. So this would be like your family's bathroom outside of the primary bathroom that's in the primary room. And then this is the fourth bedroom. Wait a minute. Count them. One, two. This is the fifth bedroom. So this house is actually a 5-bedroom house. And this one has a walk-in closet. Oh, how sweet. But it's a smaller room. So whoever gets this room is going to get the bigger closet, but they're going to get less space. This is probably your full-size bed at best room is what I'm thinking in here. Queen size is going to be a little bit much. And this one's all the way on the other side of the stairwell. So you got to come all the way around to get to this room. I kind of like the layout because it is separate. Like no one's on top of each other. Everybody has some space between them. You've got a loft area here. The rooms are good size. The backyard is ready to rock. There's no carpet. My only concern would be what is going on with these humps in the floor because this is not looking this is looking almost like stick on tile. I don't know. Just looking very stick on tile-ish. But I could be wrong, so that is for you and your inspector to determine. But I'm going to head out to the next house. So today we're going to be visiting 3 homes in 3 different neighborhoods, but all listed by open door. So we're going to head over next to Circle Cross Ranch. We're going to head over there and check out the next 2-story home on our tour. All right, everybody. So we are at house number 2 on the tour. Remember, we are at Circle Cross Ranch here in Santan Valley. This is one of my favorite floor plans because I've sold it before. Not this particular house, but this very same floor plan I've actually sold before. It's a beautiful home. I can't wait to get inside and see what this one looks like and how it compares to my client's home. Also, if you know anything about Circle Cross Ranch, neighborhood-wise, you're in the middle of everything. You're right down the street from all the shopping. You're maybe 15 minutes away from Queen Creek. The neighborhood itself, amenities wise, you have a bunch of parks and green spaces, but no pool. But again, maybe the backyard here has a big enough yard so you can get your own pool. All right, let's go take a look inside. This next home again is offered by Open Door, so we want to make sure we give them their props. But take a look, see on the outside, and look how grand this is. They've got the sunscreens on the windows already, so that keeps the sun from destroying you inside of your house. I want to say this is a 4-car garage, so 1 for sure, and then once we get inside you'll be able to see. I can't remember, it's been a minute. I do like that it's already pavered going to the backyard here, and then you got a little porch area. And parking wise, if you're one of those families that has a bunch of cars, this is probably going to be your favorite house because it's plenty of parking in the driveway before you even get into the garage. But let's take a look inside the actual house, see what it has to offer. All right, so again, first thing we like to do is lock ourselves in the house so that we are safe and sound. So you walk in and you're going to get a den area here. So this house is carpeted, but the carpet, it might be new. I just can't quite tell. Then you have your dining area here. So you do have formal dining in this house. I'm going to try to turn lights on so you can see. Here's your formal dining area here. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. Formal dining room here. Your den area here. Now there's an overhead light like by the door. But there's no overhead light in this section, so you have to get like a lamp. Here is your, I believe, under the stairs closet, and it is. Over to your, in this house to your left, you have a half bath. So this being a half bath, this is usually a tall tale sign of no bedrooms on the bottom level if it's a half bath. If it was a full bath, then probably is going to have a bedroom downstairs. Now you can turn this one into a bedroom if you need it. You would have to install a closet to make this quote unquote officially a bedroom, but you could use it as a bedroom. It is big enough to be a bedroom. If not, it works just fine as an office. Double doors, so it does feel, a little fancy in there. But bedroom size wise, if you had to use it as a bedroom, you can easily get a queen size, maybe a king in here, depending on how you set it up. You could get a king in here. So that is very possible. Here's your actual formal living room here. Plenty of windows. You got the high windows here. You've got a big fan up at the top, and then it opens up into your kitchen, and you have a secondary dining area. So this would be like your breakfast nook area here. Okay, that light switch didn't turn anything on. There we go. So here is if you don't need a formal dining room area, you can put a dining room table here just fine. Here's your actual kitchen here, and it's a nice kitchen. It's a nice kitchen. Now this is a stone. The countertop is, and it's pretty too. Look at the stove. You got a gourmet kitchen going on here. Look at the fridge. It's one of those fancy LG fridges too, that you can see inside of. Oh, but it don't light up. That's okay. It's still nice. Look. Ow! I like that. So here I'm seeing RO system. So they took care of that. Dishwasher over there has clearly been updated. There's a window in the kitchen, so you can, while you're doing dishes, if there's little birdies, oh, you could put a bird thing right outside here, and then you can watch the birds. That way you don't have to see the house next door. That would be nice. Or I've seen it too, where people put the things for their herbs, and they sit outside the window. That would be cool right here too. I want a window in my kitchen. Okay, I'm over it. Now, here is your pantry. No, this is your laundry area, but it has a sink. So if you have little small dogs or anything that you need to wash, you can wash them in this little sink. They give you some cabinets there. There's no washer and dryer, but here is where your washer and dryer would be. So that's the only kind of funky thing, if you think about it, is those are your stairs, right? So when you come downstairs and you're like, hey, I got to wash my clothes, you got to go in there through the kitchen. So as long as you're okay with that, all is well with the world. Here's your pantry area here. And they even extended it up some more for extra storage for probably stuff that you never ever use that goes up at the very, very top. But it's a nice size pantry here. So you can store plenty of food in that thing. And then you got plenty of cabinets and counters and stuff too. Well, not counters, but more cabinets than anything. So garage, this is what I wanted to make sure. This is a 3-car garage with a door. This just gets better and better. So 2-car garage is insulated. Y'all, it's hot outside. It's not hot in this garage. Like I like the garage because it's not hot in here at all. Like I don't feel like I need to run out of here. The door here is going to be to the backyard, which means you can put your trash cans here. So you don't have to keep them in the house. Here's your AC units along the side of the house, and they actually paved it all the way back. So very minimal yard maintenance, except for like weeds along the rocks. But that's pretty much it, what I'm seeing so far. Okay, so that's the garage. So far, it's probably my favorite part of this house. No, it's not. I like this house. It's very nice. Like I said, I've sold this floor plan before, so it's cool to see it differently from, what you've seen before. That's that dining room area that we saw when we first came in. So you got 2 different ways to get to the kitchen. You can come straight through here, or you can go through the living room, whichever one works for you. Now, the backyard. This is what happens when you just schedule stuff and you don't know what you're scheduling, because I had no idea that this house had a pool, but it also has a screened-in porch. Oh, somebody was following me. It's got a screened-in porch. So you can come out here and just chill. But check it out. Pool. Look at the pool. And then you got this area over here where you can put your table and stuff. There's no grass, no fake grass, no rocks, well, very little rocks. This yard is the business right here. Okay, I like it. All right, I'm going back inside. Okay, let's go upstairs. Let me lock this door first. Okay, we're gonna head upstairs now. Nice, soft, cushiony carpet. You can't hear me stomping up. So you get upstairs, and you do have a loft area here. And then there's gonna be a bedroom this way. There's no carpet in the bedroom. Well, this first bedroom. So this room, it's a nice size room. Full queen, king. I think you can do a king in here. Has a walk-in closet. There's with double. Oh, it's a good size closet too. I don't remember how the closet looked like in the other house, but I'm sure they look like this one. So that's bedroom number one. Then you're gonna come around this corner here. Here is your hall bath. And look at here, they put one sink in here, so you get counter space. There's your tub, window, extra storage, and on top here, well, that can be updated. I'm not worried about that. I like this. I would just change this out because it's starting to yellow a little bit, but that's easy stuff. That's cakewalk. And then here is the primary bedroom. Now, I don't need to say nothing about this room because it pretty much speaks for itself. You see all the space? They don't make them like this no more. Remember that. They don't make them like this no more. And you get a tub and a shower. And it's a bigger shower. It ain't one of them showers where you feel like you're in an RV somewhere. Here's the closet here. Look at here. That's how you do a closet. Thank you. Double sinks. And then this should be the toilet room here. And it is. Toilet room. But check out the size of this room. With a window seat. Look at that. Window seat. So this one's at the front of the house. So from here you can look down and see who's coming to you, or other than Amazon, who else is bothering you. With a double door, so it's fancy like that. That's your primary. So that's bedroom number 2 upstairs. Here's bedroom number 3 upstairs. There we go. Bedroom sizes are amazing. This one, you can do a king in here easily. Just depends on how you set it up. Here's your closet here. And then here's bedroom number 4 upstairs. Oh, sorry. Again, you can get a king in here if you needed to. Like, legit get a king in here. Same closet. So these 2 rooms are twins, basically. All right, so this again is on Dexter Drive. I'll make sure I put the info in here. If you're looking for a home with bigger rooms in it, talk to your girl about this one here. Look at here. Look how fancy this is. This is like prom fancy. You know, you come down the stairs at prom and you take them pictures. That's what this house says. I love it. All right, we're going to head to the last 2-story home of the day. I'll see you there. So this house that we're about to go in is giving me all the warm and fuzzies because, believe it or not, it was the very first floor plan that I listed in Arizona. Not the same house, same floor plan, but strangely enough, it was on the same street, just down on the other end of the block. So just bear with me as I have some little moments, but we're going to go and check out this house and see what it looks like inside. Welcome to Santan Heights, one of my favorite neighborhoods in Santan Valley. This listing is brought to you again by Open Door. So we're going to take a look inside. Here's the outside and what it looks like. Driveway wise, you can put 2 cars out here comfortably. If you have smaller cars, you may be able to get 4. But that's going to be truly debatable. But you can obviously park inside the garage, so who cares? But Santan Heights, again, one of my favorite neighborhoods because it's the first neighborhood I ever lived in the state of Arizona. The most beautiful pool in all of Santan Valley, if you ask me, as far as the community pool is concerned. Now, let's lock this door. Let's turn on some light. Let's take a look inside. So first thing you're going to see when you come in this house is your half bath. So that's going to be it's a little weird because when you think about it, it's like, if I ever want to see who's at the front door, I would have to go out. I could be in the bathroom while that's happening, but still it's further away from the rest of the downstairs area. So it's kind of a nice setup to have that up here at the front of the house. Here's your front closet here where you can put extra toilet tissue since it's right next to the bathroom, and all of your other stuff that you want to put here as well. So we got these nice large tiles here. I remember my clients, this was their pet area. This was where their little doggy stayed, right here. Not in this house, but that's where you can put yours too. And then here's your under the stair, I don't say counters, under the stair closet here, which actually goes around and around and around. So plenty of storage back in there if you need to make use of it. We come a little further into the house and you get your living room area. And it's a nice big living room area too. Let me try to turn some lights on so you can see it. That didn't work out like I planned it. But around this corner here is the kitchen. So all of this is just grand. You know what I mean? So it's like you got all this space here. Here's your living room area here. You get extra counters and cabinets over here for prepping. So like if you're the family, everybody comes to your house person, look where you can put all the food for Thanksgiving, right over here. And then you've got your counter space over here as well. And then here's that big living room, a different perspective of the living room area there. Here is your pantry. It's a corner pantry. Here, I don't know why that ends right there, but you could put another shelf at the top if you needed it. But a big open pantry. This one's going to come with a refrigerator. There's your dishwasher here. This door is going to take us out to the garage. Uh-oh. Or not. Okay, we're not going to go into the garage because the door's not opening. But that's okay. That can be fixed. But we are going to take a look at this yard because this is a nice sized backyard. Okay, yard. Nice sized backyard. They lifted the paver area. So this area here is actually lifted up. Oh, wow. And then you got pavers over here so you can put your table and stuff and your barbecue grill here. Back there you could put rocks or more turf or just leave it like it is, I guess. And then you got your AC units over here. I see they kind of blocked that off. Maybe they had a, what do you call it thing? What's that pool? Above ground pool. I think they might have had one back here. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to assume. But nifty little backyard. And it's a good size yard too. So if you're looking for a big backyard, again, I've had 2 today. 2 and a possible. The floors need to be clean, but that's, again, an easy fix. All right, so we're going to head upstairs now. Oh, this house has surround sound. Look, check out the speakers. So there's surround sound already. It's wired for that. Oh, yeah, this is a party house. Let's go upstairs, see what's going on up there. All right, bear with me because I rode my bike earlier and my knees are really not liking me for all this up and down the stairs that we're doing today. All right, here is the loft here. Good size loft. You can pretty much do what you want in this loft area here or make it your office if you need to. Here should be your primary bedroom. Good size bedroom. Let's check out the closet. I'm going to assume there's another closet in here somewhere. We're going to go see though. But even if it's not, that's a okay size closet. What do we got here? I told y'all, here's the second closet. That closet was just a little too small for 2 people. But yeah, that's not too bad. 2 closets in the primary bedroom. You actually get, if you guys haven't noticed, this is the first door that we've had that goes into a bathroom. All the rest of them have that open thing going on. But this is an actual door. Tub and shower combo. Single sink with counter space. Nice mirror that they've put there. And it's a garden tub too. And here should be storage. You got a nice deep closet in here to put some things. And you have a door. Huh. And this, I'm going to do just a scan of the room for you again. You can put any size bed you want in this room. It's completely fine. Love it. All right, bedroom number 2. Where are you? Here's bedroom number 2. Bedroom number 2, I can do a queen size in here. If you try to do anything bigger than that, you're probably not going to make it. So here's your closet. Let me rephrase that. If you put a king in here, you're not putting anything else. So I'll take that back. You can probably get a king, but you ain't going to get much else in there. Here's bedroom number 3, same thing. It's the twin of that room. The only difference is the closet is set in a different spot from the other room. This one you can probably actually get a king in fairly easily, just because of the shaping of it. But either way, you can definitely get a queen in here, so no worries on that. Here is the hall bathroom for the hallway bedroom people. Again, one sink, so more counter space. Nice tub. It's actually a deep tub too. And your toilet there. And that is, oh, wait. I told a fib. Here's the laundry room. So in this home, you're going to get the washer and dryer. You get the little window seat there. Again, there's a window in this room. So if you need to open that window and let this room air out, you can. And then here's a storage closet right next to the laundry room. And you can put like your broom and stuff there in that corner. Yeah. Aw. So yeah, I just had, oh, look here. You can see Superstition Mountains from here. You can't see it through my phone, but I can see it. It's not the whole thing, but you can see a little bit of it, which is pretty dang cool, if I should say so myself. Well, this is our last stop of the day. We're going to figure out what we're going to look at tomorrow. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know, and we'll go from there. But thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you on the next video.